acceptance of all diversity of gender and sexuality, of gender and gender identity, sexual orientation.
Equal rights between women and men, and also equal lifestyles in all forms, so like the way they're treated and how much they get paid and the way they're seen by the community.
Gender equality in all aspects.
An acknowledgement that not all humans are being treated equally, with a special concentration on the fact that people who identify as women, or just generally people who don't identify as male, or people who identify as male but don't show all the stereotypical male traits, anyone who is not the specific stereotypical definition of masculine is treated worse than those who are.
Like for women, it's obviously a women word, and it uses like for obviously to empower women. I would say especially young women, because they're emerging into like getting jobs and stuff like that.
Coming together with individuals who believe that women have been throughout history made inferior to men, and working to change the gap.
People think like you hate men. There's bad like connotations.
Because people think it's a joke.
You think of someone who's sort of like out there and really radical and just crazy.
Women that want equal rights as men.
Okay. So do you identify yourself as a feminist?
I am not a feminist.
Okay. Do you believe in gender equality?
I do believe in gender equality.
Do you know what the dictionary definition of feminism is?
I do not know what the dictionary. I do not know. No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm proud to call myself a feminist, but in my generation, the term can actually be pretty controversial. People are very hesitant to call themselves feminists because of the negative connotation that comes with it. I wanted to take a deeper look into the word and see why it has become so controversial in my generation. So I researched it, learned some history, and interviewed my peers.
I am a feminist. And when I looked up the word in the dictionary that day, this is what it said. Feminist, a person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes. A feminist is a man or a woman who says, yes, there's a problem with gender as it is today, and we must fix it.
I think that a lot of people say or think that the only definition required to be a feminist is just that you believe that men and women should have equal rights in all areas. But I would like to propose a second amendment to that definition, which is that you also have to agree that that has not been achieved as of now.
This is a pretty straightforward concept, but if this is what feminism really is, then why does the word have so many different meanings to so many different people? And why are some of these meanings so negative? As it turns out, this isn't a recent occurrence. As early as the suffrage movement, false feminist stereotypes were already being mass-produced in the media.
It's called straw feminism. It's where you build a straw man or a scarecrow, where it's this caricature of who you're actually trying to attack. And so you're attacking a character that isn't actually real. You see in the news people talking about the crazy man-hating woman who is trying to destroy the social order.
Fueling feminist outrage, even comparing the gathering to hosting a hate group.
So are the angry feminists proving they're waging a war on men by being so intolerant?
Feminists claim they help empower women, but are they really suppressing them? Our next guests say yes.
Nasty feminist rhetoric that they're not just interested in ending Father's Day, they're interested in ending men. That's really what they want.
But that's not what feminism is, and you have to listen to a whole variety of sources and expose yourself to all different types of media, and then you'll start to see what is actually at the core of feminism. And when people do that, I think that's when they start to call themselves feminists, when they realize what it actually means.
Pat Robertson, a television evangelist and former Baptist minister, said during his GOP convention speech in 1992, quote, "The feminist agenda is not about equal rights for women. It is a socialist, anti-family political movement that encourages women to leave their husbands, kill their children, practice witchcraft, destroy capitalism, and become lesbians," unquote.
So why do you think some people are hesitant to call themselves a feminist, even when they believe in gender equality?
Because it has a negative connotation in the media.
Like crazy women burning bras and saying like all sorts of radical things. And I think that's obviously like a problem, is because then people don't want to be associated with that movement, and then they say they're not feminist, even if they still believe all the things that modern day feminists believe.
Being like, wow, like a lesbian feminist, like run and hide, she's probably like a man-hating, horrible person. So like that's one reason people might like have a negative reaction if I say I'm a feminist.
Broadcasting live from Fox News Worldwide Headquarters in New York.
Fox News is the most viewed news program in America, so we wanted to see what they had to say on feminism. And here's what we found. If most Americans watch Fox News, then according to our YouTube search, most Americans are being exposed to a very negative view of feminism.
Now I'm going to do a YouTube search for the word feminism and see what happens. The suggestions are feminism is bullshit, feminism LOL, feminism is cancer.
That's logical.
Feminism fails, feminism TED Talk, finally we get there. When I hit enter, it looks like we have a pretty varied result list here. Dear feminists, that doesn't sound good. Why I'm a feminist, that's good. Feminism taking stupidity to the next level, that's great. Myth of the gender wage gap, of course.
The ubiquity of anti-feminist media, no doubt, has played a role in the evolution of the word's societal connotation.
And it isn't hard to see that evolution, as many of today's anti-feminist memes echo the sentiments of anti-suffragette propaganda.
I think people have just a really negative connotation of feminism, and that it's man-hating, and it makes me less of a woman, I guess, or less. I can't be as feminine because I'm a feminist, which is very not right.
But even within feminism, the word can mean different things. Some communities claim the word feminism, but only cater to white middle-class, able-bodied, cisgendered, neurotypical straight women. This idea is so prevalent that the first issue that comes to mind when someone mentions the word feminism is this.
Equal pay.
The wage gap.
The pay gap.
Wages and how women don't earn as much as men do doing the same jobs, but that's only one of, God, I don't know how many problems that it's trying to solve.
There are many problems in addition to the wage gap, including the wage gap between women of different races. Too often, people forget the definition of feminism is supposed to apply to everyone, not just those of privilege. The word feminist first appeared in the Oxford English Dictionary in 1852, and the word feminism not until 1895. Since then, the word has been used to describe a movement that changes along with time and culture, with priorities ranging from right to vote and hold office, reproductive health care, addressing rape culture, equal and accurate representation in the media, and closing the pay gap. Feminism has also moved away from prioritizing middle-class white women and now works to embrace women of color, trans women, and women of all income levels, sexual orientations, body shapes, abilities, and features. In order for the word to regain its original meaning, people will need to expose themselves to a variety of viewpoints, news sources, media outlets, and communities. Not just the ones that make feminism out to be something that it's not.